What's a site you regretted ever having an account on? Quora. Emails are annoying AF and I've unsubbed plenty. OMG, I keep trying to delete my account, but then when the time is up and I check, it just logs back in like nothing happened. If you live in the EU, they have to delete your account if you request it, but you might have to do it by email and they have up to 30 days to comply. And the questions are always the wildest things imaginable. I wonder how many people are going to say Ashley Madison. I saw one already. I'm sure there's more to come. So funny story. I have a very short Gmail account. 5 characters, common first and last name. I have an account on basically all the sites because of this, most without me even knowing. I recently had to delete like 15 Reddit accounts associated with my email. Anyways, Ashley Madison didn't do proper email validation, so when the hack happened there were a bunch of accounts with my email. This in turn led to a ton of spam coming in trying to blackmail me, etc. None of these accounts were mine, so it made it laughable, of course. They kind of ended up on the pile of spam from all the other breaches, but it was funny seeing how fast they went after that breach. My Google Darknet report lists 172 data breaches with my information. Yay? Probably any social media. I wish I was free of those. My social skills would not be this horrible. Every day I'm closer to deleting Facebook. Other than Reddit, it's all I have. Got it for friends and family far away. That is what is insidious about FB. I don't want to have an account, but some family and old friends are there, so I feel I need an account just to catch up once in a while. TikTok. I didn't realize the effect that short-form content had on my brain until recently, so I deleted it. Sometimes I would stay up until 1 a.m. just watching short-form content even if I felt myself getting more tired. I sometimes get sucked into YouTube Shorts. The way I snap myself out of it is trying to remember what the last 5 I just watched were. 9 out of 10 times I can't remember. It makes me realize I'm just scrolling on autopilot and that I should turn it off. Try using YouTube on your mobile browser. It's surprisingly fully featured. But shorts are poorly supported and they don't shove them in your face. Not a bad shout. It's annoying that they appear after every 3rd video on home as well as below every video you've just watched. We'll give it a try. 25 years ago I joined a fantasy football league hosted on a site called sandbox.net. It was right around when the Phantom Menace came out, so I made my user information a joke on Jar Jar Binks. To this day I still get spam addressed to Jar Jar. When I went to get estimates on home insurance for my first house I bought, I had to give an email address. I used a burner, but they had my house address. I signed up as Dano Bingbine, and I have been getting junk mail sent to my house for a year now addressed to that name. Not me, but my dad regretted having an Ashley Madison account. When they got hacked, my mom found out he was cheating again. The divorce was pretty uncontested cause being on a site dedicated to having an affair was pretty cut and dry. Again. Wow. Sorry for you and your mom. It's weird most people didn't even cheat on there, it was all bots. I bet most people can explain just being curious. If you're curious enough about cheating on your spouse to create an account on a paid cheating website, you're already beyond the benefit of doubt immo. You fucked up majorly and need to pay the piper. Facebook. Deleting mine almost a year ago was the best decision for my mental health. But it's weird. I still find myself absently swiping my phone looking for the app to this day. I haven't used mine in a few years now, and I even left Twitter, mostly by accident after telling someone to slap themselves back to reality, which is apparently a 7-day ban. I just never felt like opening it again after that. Only use it now to check a severe weather guy I still follow. No more doom scrolling. FB was pretty useful about 10 years ago for my cycling-related get-togethers, but ever since then it's mostly there for some lingering friend connections. Pinterest. Keep getting annoying emails every other day even when I unsubscribed. Haven't been on there in 6 years, even deleted and unsubscribed, and I still get emails telling me they had to delete one of my pins. I'm like, please delete yourselves while you're at it. Good luck deleting your account. My wife tried multiple times over a few years and they wouldn't do it. Eventually she just changed the name and made the profile picture some random meme just so it wouldn't be associated with her since she couldn't delete it. Habbo Hotel LOL. Wasted so much of my poor mom's money in the early 2000s. Borrowed her Nokia to buy credits via SMS, not realizing it was expensive as shit. I was like 9. LMAO, oh man. I also wasted a lot of time on HH, but it was awesome. My mom made me earn my credit money with chores and stuff, and I grinded so hard I was eventually able to build some super popular rooms for pay-to-play games/trading/RP, and I ended up playing businesswoman until I had a network of businesses to bring more credits in. Had workers I paid in credits to run some of these places for me too. Never scammed anyone, so my rooms had a good reputation and stayed popular. Only stopped playing once I realized being able to buy basically anything I wanted made the game boring. Crazy how me at 14 was more of a successful capitalist than I would ever be as an adult IRL. Spent many hours on HH from 0409. None wasted. I did the same and then fell for my first scam there. Someone promised to double my coins if I gave them my login details. They stole all my shit. Then I almost fell for a similar scam in RuneScape, but I was wise enough not to fall for it. Nice try, douchebag. I'm not giving my login details. So, I followed someone into the wildlands instead to find some secret treasure they kept promising was there or some shit. They killed me and stole all my shit. Another guy promised they could clone my armor, gave it to them and they ran off. Chased them, they logged off and stole my shit. I think these childhood experiences helped me refine my ability to recognize bullshit and avoid scams as an adult. Thank you, gaming assholes. MySpace. There was a massive data breach in 2013 where around 360 million accounts were hacked into so that their passwords could be sold by the hacker. RIP everyone who forgot they had an account and didn't change passwords on other sites. Edit. By this time MySpace was basically a graveyard of inactive accounts. Almost no one used it anymore. Before I stopped using it, I changed my name and deleted all the content. Good luck with a blank profile, hackers. Armor Games. Made an account during my school years. Fuckers had a data leak and I started receiving phishing emails blackmailing me about the password I had there. Had to change the passwords of multiple accounts I had in other places because it was the same for everything. Lesson learned. Same LMAO. I have no memory of even playing anything on Armor Games, but my old email is sure enough in their breach. Edit. Maybe we played Kingdom Rush in school a few times? Can't quite remember. Worst part is that they're still up and running. No doubt there will be another data leak someday. TBH, it makes me quite happy to see some of the old Flash game sites I played in school be up and running still. Wasted so many hours on stuff like Duck Life instead of doing work. Classmates and LinkedIn. Classmates won't even let me delete my account unless I log in. It's been like 20 years. I have LinkedIn because it's the done thing and thought it would serve me interesting content related to my industry. But it's just full of absolute shite and yet people take it so seriously. It's Facebook for people with jobs. I regret it as well. Spotify. I know it's most people's go-to music app, but every bit about it infuriates me. The algorithm just plays me the same damn songs, doesn't matter the playlist or genre, once through a different list back to the same stuff. I hate how terrible their shuffle algorithm is. If I wanted to listen to the same 20 songs, I wouldn't have put 150 plus songs into my playlist. That's the thing, I get new recommendations all the time, and I've been using it for years. Someone commented on another post that the issue tends to be that most expect the algorithm to pick for you. But that's not how it works. You have to find new music to try as well to help the algorithm understand your preferences. Otherwise, it's like saying, I like AC/DC, find me more like that. Like what exactly? What about AC/DC do you like? The users are too vague and they get upset the algorithm doesn't give them new content. I cycle through a lot of playlists and the recommendations are generally 95% on point. OnlyFans. Shit is a scam. Stay with free options. How is it a scam? It's pretty upfront about being a porn subscription. That shouldn't be a surprise. True, scammy practices nonetheless stay away. Look, I agree that people should stick with free generally, but the website is not a scam. The website is literally free. You can have an account and never pay a penny. If you're getting scammed, it's by a specific creator, not the website. Something called Ask FM. Basically, it was a site where people could ask you questions and you'd be able to answer them. It was somewhat popular with the people in my high school. Unfortunately, they gave people the option to ask questions anonymously, so my classmates used that feature to bully me relentlessly during the couple of years it was popular. I knew they were my classmates because they gave just enough details about the school/my classes than they had to have actually been in some classes with me. They used that site to call me homophobic slurs. Despite not being gay, they were just convinced I was. They relentlessly mocked/bullied me for my mental health struggles to the point where I just suffered in silence because it was easier than giving them material to bully me with. A bunch of the fuckers attempted for a year and a half to catfish me by pretending to be a girl in 2 of my classes. They wouldn't give me any info about who she was except she was apparently a brunette who was sitting near me in 2 of my classes. I assumed they thought I'd trust them and give them personal info that they could use against me later on. After a year and a half of me not giving them anything, they got bored and admitted they were catfishing me. I don't think my high school experience would have been good had I never gotten on that site, but I'm sure it would have been better than it ended up being. Do you have any sites where you registered and then regretted it? What kind of sites are they? Tell us in the comments.